So they liken it to eating meat is like driving a huge SUV. A vegetarian diet, which is good, is like driving a hybrid car. But a vegan diet is like riding a bicycle, right? We really need to ride bicycles, right? That's what we need to do. And so food in its physical form, we know, we talked about what the components are, we talked about this here. Even those, we're better understanding what happens today, right? And so we do a lot in terms of the materials to break down the ingredients and components. Really, we got to look at it holistically. We know our bodies break it down, we utilize some parts, we excrete other parts. But we also think about how it affects our minds and our emotions. That's a larger and more subtle, exercise for us to do. And then going even further, we talked about how does it affect us on a deeper level, in our spiritual level, right? Food has huge consequences to every part of us. Our minds, our emotions, our bodies, and of course, our alchemy. And so it plays such an important role in shaping us at every level. We can talk about it at different levels, as we've done very well here, but there are deeper levels that it affects all of us. And good wholesome food, as you know, makes us feel very peaceful and in tune with the world. And nourishing foods that are sattvic, we know it. All of us know it because we come from these traditions that understand and honor that. And so there's really something very positive, profoundly positive, when we protect the entire circle of life, this web of life that we live. And by doing that through the food that we eat and all the different effects, it's only going to help minimize the harm that we do on ourselves, on the animals, on the planet itself, in every possible way. So food, of course, is really, really very important. And just to conclude, I'll just say that, being vegetarian is a good thing. That's a great thing, but being vegan offers us even more powerful and far more compelling solutions to all of these crises, whether it's our planetary health, whether it's basically our financial situations globally, whether it's, how we respect animals, why we kill them, how they suffer and are killed. People are obviously can be so much healthier. We've seen so many great presentations already. And then the karmic consequences that we all understand. It's obviously safe, it's practical, it's easier than ever before to be vegan. Every one of us can do this. It's a choice we can make every day. So with that, I'm just going to say that we need more of us to go vegan, and we need everyone to stay vegan. We also have regression. A lot of people who go vegan sometimes go backwards. Right? We need to find ways. This is where the organizations all come together. We help people go vegan, we help them stay vegan, and that's what we need. We can all do this. You can be the shining example. You can share information. Some of this information, please do share that with your friends, your family. It's nothing wrong with us speaking up, right? It's incumbent on us to share what we know and what we learn so we have a meaningful dialogue with other people, right? If we stay quiet, that's a choice. We can do that. If we speak up respectfully, thoughtfully, boldly, that's also our choice, our right, and we should do that if it's important. It is important, it's urgent, and we have to all do that. And just some helpful resources, as you may know, and I'll just leave this up for a moment. And I just want to say thank you very much for your attention. And I look forward to connecting with each of you. Namaste.
Thank you, sir, for explaining the need for preserving the natural resources and any ecosystem. And so here we have to decide whether we are going to take SUV or hybrid car or cycle. Though bicycle, it takes longer time to reach the destination, slow and steady. So we'll have a longer life when we take the cycle. Thank you, sir. And I would like to welcome Dr. P. Nandagopal to come onto the stage and to honor our guest. Thank you, sirs. And our next speaker is Dr. Sijat Sridhar. Doctor has completed his Bachelor of Naturopathy and Yogic Science from MGR University, Tamil Nadu, and a Yoga and Naturopathy graduate. The doctor is an expert in holistic healing and lifestyle modification. He strongly believes in the motto, practice what you preach, that we are solely responsible for our health, that healing lies in our hands and that no medicine can do it for us. He is specialized in holistic diagnosis and natural healing of the body and mind. With more than 14 years of experience in holistic healing, he deems that as a doctor, his duty is to teach his patients on how the body heals itself when exposed to a conductive environment. Dr. Sijat presently works as the Chief Medical Officer at Prakriti Shakti, Clinic of Natural Medicine by CGH Earth, and has been in this role since 3 years. I welcome you, sir.
This to the side. Namaste to all. So when I traveling in train to Cochin to Chennai, I got a call from one of my cousin. He's working in IT industry, and he shared her blood report with me, and asked me that give a analysis how it looks. And she said that her height is 163 centimeter, weight is 62 kilos. And after look the report, I call her and said that you are hopeless. She is antisocial, and she is not concerned about the economic growth of the country because all her values looking normal. Being healthy is the way which we can't contribute to the society or the economic growth of the country because money we will make stay with us. So let's start, see how we can use that in benefit of us. So here we have seen lot of data, eye-opening data and talks that why we should eat healthy to take care of the planet. But I don't think that we are that concerned about the planet. It's good, but why we should healthy for ourselves? Because simply eating healthy may help us to avoid or reduce the days we are supposed to stay in ICUs. There are many reasons not to stay in ICUs, but one important valid reason now is you cannot use your mobile phones in ICUs. Still, it's not permitted. So let's see what we can see. So eating healthy is important, but one of the most allegation about healthy food is healthy food can't be tasty and tasty food can't be healthy. But we try to prove that that's a misconception. Healthy food can be both tasty and healthy, and this is the food we provide in our clinic, and I'm going to talk about benefit of eating this. So people come to our clinic, eat this 3 times, 21 days, 2 months or 3 months based on their need, and they are happy, still healthy also. So that we speak about health. What is health means? We have different definition of health, but I as a naturopath look into health as do you have the ability to get back to normal by self? That's the important aspect of health. A healthy person may get affected by disease. That doesn't matter. But are you able to come back to normal by yourself? You are healthy. And we have seen that in the time of pandemic. More than 80% of the people are able to get healed by self. They are healthy. And 20% may need a medical attention for that. So health is that having that ability. In naturopathy, say body heals itself. And in a broader terms, health is the ability to adapt and self-manage. People will come and say to me, I am stressed for last 6 months. Why? My boss changed. So now to relax again, your boss has to change again. It never works. I am stressed after my marriage and I'm stressed after my divorce. Doesn't make any sense. So have the ability to adapt when there's a change in environment, change in the climate, change in your relationship, change in your job, change in your financial status. Have the ability to adapt and self-manage. If not, you will have disease. What are diseases? We are familiar with the diseases in terms of the name, diabetes, hypertension, colitis, arthritis. No, that is a name meant for the doctors. For the body, disease means we are not at ease. And for every disease, there is an underlying disorder. There is no disease without a disorder. And for every disorder, there is an underlying imbalance. So if you want to be at ease, should change the disorder into order by changing imbalance into balance. If not, that symptoms will remain in you and give you chronic diseases. People used to come and say, I'm diabetes. Why? My father also diabetic. No, you can't blame them for what you have. You are diabetes because you are not running or no one in your family run. Simple as that. And so bring the balance by practicing. This is the takeaway we give to the patients or people who come to us is practice drama. What we should do to ourselves to bring the balance is practice drama. What drama stands for? Simple, and everyone know what it is. We put it together. D stands for diet. R stands for rest and relaxation. E for exercise and activities. M for the mind. Second M, take care of the microbiomes. E, environment. Final R is the rhythm. So there is no shortcuts for being healthy. Shortcuts are for short living. Take care of each and every factor of this if you want to become healthy. And being a healer, there are many naturopathy doctors here. If you want to heal people, advise them to take this. Every patient approach you to take back with them and have a plan for that to implement in their life. And here today, I'm going to discuss about how diet acts as a role in that. The first factor, diet. What should you eat? And we ask this question, so we heard this question multiple. So I want to reduce my weight, what should I eat? I should increase my weight, what should I eat? But what's the answer? The simple and straight answer for that, eat everything or anything which does not bite you back. We are eating to be healthy, but have a disease because of the food we are eating. We are eating unhealthy food just because we don't know why we are eating. Why we are eating food? We eat food. When I answer this question in a class, they ask why eat food? Because of nutrition, for getting energy, for become alive. But practical reason, do we ever eat saying that, oh, I feel a nutrition depletion in the body, let me eat for some time? No. We eat food because time said it is 1 o'clock. We eat food because someone invites us for a food. We eat food because we're angry with someone. So whatever the good and bad reason we eat, food have only one role in our body. Food is a communication. Food is a communication which we give to each and every tiny cells in your body, which goes to your cells and say how to work. If the communication is right, the output is well. If communication wrong, you get disease. So these communications can go well and wrong in different ways. And one thing is, what is the pH of the food you eat? There are multiple signs of it. I'm just taking one example why you should eat healthy. If your food is acidic, what happens? That leads to a condition known as metabolic acidosis. Being naturopath, when I said multiple times to patients, eat alkaline food. If they ask why, the answer is here. There is an ad of a health drink. After 30, your muscles become weak, so you to drink that to make your bones strong. No, it has nothing to do with age or not drinking the health drinks. Because when you continually eat acidic food, body pulls out calcium bicarbonates from your bone, which makes your bone weak, leads to osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. Because when you pull out the calcium bicarbonates, the bicarbonates can be used by blood to maintain the pH. Because maintaining the pH of blood is very critical. The pH of the blood should be equal to 7.3 or 7.4, otherwise we are dead. Maintaining the pH of the fallopian tube is very important, otherwise fertility can never happen. Maintain the pH of each and every cells in your body is important, otherwise cells cannot function, and everything comes in the range of 7.3 or 7.4. And when you continuously trouble the body with eating more acidic food, it pulls out, make the body to produce more ammonia, which kidneys to produce more ammonia, leads to chronic kidney diseases. It increases the inflammation in the body, which leads to insulin resistance. And insulin resistance, as we know, leads to diabetes, but not only diabetes. In young females, it leads to polycystic ovarian disease, and in older people, it leads to Alzheimer's. Doesn't matter where you are, when you have insulin resistance, when you have inflammation, you may get some or other problems in your body, which will lead to hormonal imbalances, hypertension, and so on. If it's a patient, he may approach various ton or different specialty for getting treated, but what you to treat, eating healthy. What does that mean? Eating healthy is not complicated. Eating healthy simply meaning eating fresh. Eating lively food. Why you eat lively? We all eat food to remain alive. And how idiotic to believe that dead food can give you life. Eat food which has life in it. Eat food which is wholesome in nature. When your food is interfere with science and technology, it's more a food, it is more a product. And eat food which is rainbow in nature. We don't have to worry about how much protein is there in the food, how much mineral is there in the food, how much fat is there in the food. Just worry how much colors are in the food, because each color is a protein, each color is an amino acid, each color is a vitamin, and we have a sensor in us to identify that is our eyes. So just bring in rainbow color so you can eat healthy. And all these can be taken care by understanding what you eat. One major allegation people make against eating healthy, so-called that vegan diet, a whole plant diet, that isn't not difficult to digest. Yes, a vegan food or a vegetarian food is difficult to digest, simply because food you eat should not be easy to digest. It should be friendly to digest. A easy digested food is something like using paper to burn or cook in your kitchen. It never works. The food you eat should work like a firewood. Slow, sustainable release of energy. So eating plant-based raw food is not difficult to digest. It is not easy to digest, but it is simply friendly to digest. Food you eat should be friendly to digest. And second, what to look into, food should not be a medicine. We say food should be a medicine. I disagree. Food should not be a medicine. Food is not a medicine. Food should be simply food. When people approach us, they're looking for replace their metformin with a food. It never works in that way. There is no food for diabetes. There is no food for arthritis. There is no food for hypertension. There is only food which can maintain health and healing. Just eat healthy so that body can reverse the disease. If you're looking for reversing, you are replacing your medicines with food, you have to eat something which you don't like. And that is not sustainable. Get into a food pattern which body can heal itself. And make food which is tasty. Don't force people to eat which they don't like. Many people don't like bitter gourd. They have to still drink in the morning, believing that it helps to reverse diabetes. It never works in that way. It is never sustainable for the 5 senses. And avoid restrictions. I never believe in that reducing the quantity of food. A person can never get away from the dining table half-eaten. So the person come to me, I said, you can eat as much as you want. Now, what is my confidence in that? You can never overeat a natural food. You may like a lot of mangoes. How much you can eat mangoes? There is a way in us with the leptin and ghrelin works and say enough is enough. You stop and get up. That mechanism works when you eat food which your senses can understand. And the common question that comes with that dietary prescription is, should be a vegetarian, being a vegetarian is healthy? No. You can eat all kind of stuff being a vegetarian. I say be a vegetarian. Eating vegetables is a assured way to become healthy by taking care of all the other 6 factors. So be a vegetarian. And isn't it difficult? Yes, it is difficult. But if you feel having a healthy choice is difficult, try disease. Try sufferings. See, following a healthy lifestyle pattern is like taking bath. You should do it every day. You can't take a bath for once and expect it to clean forever. And leading a healthy lifestyle is a daily choice, and it is difficult. And difficulty brings in empowerment, and empowerment brings in healing. There is no easy choices there. If someone says it is easy, don't believe them. They're trying to make it a business out of it. And what about chemicals? Yes, fruits and vegetables contain chemicals. But eating a food which is rich in that help you to reduce the visceral fat, which make more than 2,000 chemicals in a day in your body. An apple may come with 200 chemicals, but help to replace the 2,000 chemicals which is produced in your visceral fat, which looks better. And there is no food which comes without a chemical. You're worrying about a chemical in an apple, and you are replacing that with a chicken which loaded with us already shown in multiple practices, and we don't worry about that. So that don't make any sense. And what about my protein? So I don't have to explain it. Thanks for my previous presentation. Got enough emphasis on that. But one practical thing I can see from my clinic, we do a body composition analysis for every patient who come there, previous, post, and previous. And when usually the amount of protein within an average, we don't need protein. We know what we need is amino acids, which is enough and more in the fruits and vegetables. Don't worry about is there a protein in that. And with the dietary patterns and fasting, body can convert that makes more than 60 to 90% of the cells in your body, which synthesize the vitamins for you, which digest the harmful components for you, which train your immune system, and which help you to have a healthy gut. As naturopathies, we say gut hygiene is the best hygiene. And the healthy gut, which you can see in the right side, is maintained with the help of a gut microbiome in you. It is the bacteria which lives in your gut, which convert the fiber you eat into short chain fatty acid, which help you to maintain the gut integrity. If you don't have a gut integrity, all the toxic substance get access your bloodstream and gives you a lot of disease, more than 2,000 type of diseases, starting from allergy to cancer. So take care of microbiome. And one of the simple things we experience is constipation. What is constipation? Being in a state of constant anticipation. And what's the treatment? Let go. Don't hold. So, this microbiome in you, the bacteria lives in you, is the one which decides your digestion, which control your immune system, which regulate the hormonal functions, and which determines your metabolism, is decided by the gut you eat. Good bacteria live on fiber, bad bacteria live on sugar. Or the bacteria turn us good when you eat fiber, turn us bad when you eat sugar. And the stress, the bad bacteria thrives when you're under stress. And microbiomes you're exposed to. You have to have constant touch in the people around you, in the environment around you, to make sure that you have continuous supply of microbes in you and the chemicals you are exposed to. The more chemicals, we are bombarded with chemicals, which kills 99.9% of chemicals, paste, soap, detergents, floor cleaners. I say, thank God, they are not they are not delivering what they promise. If they really killed 99.9, we have to be dead by now. If anything which promise that germ-free, don't touch. If germs can live on it there, you can't also live there. If you want to know whether the product can be usable or not, see whether it is saying microbial-free, germ-free. Now I saw an advertisement of undergarment, but there is no smell, there is no germs. What about it? There is no life there. Already major of the people is affected by infertility, and using undergarment where germs can live, forget about it. So, what you eat doesn't matter not only for you, and here we already heard that it's not only for ourselves, it is only for the environment, for the planet, but also for the microbes inside you. What you eat determines what you think, and what you think determines what you eat. So take care of yourself to remain healthy. We have heard a lot. What is the reason for that? The question is, are you ready to awaken the healer in you? Are you ready to use the healer for your benefit? Then you need to shift, change from ignorance, from laziness, and from lack of priority. That should be aim of every healer, to change a person from ignorance to awareness. Having the knowledge, having a self-realization, knowing what it is that is becoming. Then having a right attitude of practicing it. And finally, an action plan from a realization to actualization. And an action plan never works. What you need is an action plan for implementation. So take back that with you, back with all the knowledges you gain from hereafter. Make an action plan for implementation for yourself and for the patients approach you, for the young doctors here, so that you can be in a journey where the direction is more important than speed. Thank you.
A wonderful knowledge delight for us. Thank you, sir. And you have well said about the vegetarianism and veganism. Yes, we are ready to raise the healer in us. Thank you, sir. And I would like to invite Dr. Gauri ma'am to honor our guest. Our next speaker is Mr. C.A. Chandrasekhar Arlunia, and Sir has 35 years into CA practice, is a member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, life member of various professional bodies, associated with various social organizations like Punya Bhushan Foundation, presently working on degree for vegetarians in hotel management courses. The degree started first time in the world in India. The degree is available in 90 national level institutes such as IHM and FCI under NCH MCT of Tourism Ministry of India, working on bringing it in all hotel management institutions and also on vegetarian restaurants with dedicated only veg kitchen in every star hotel where more than one restaurant is available. We welcome you, sir.
A vegetarian, vegan morning to you all. I always say when I meet people, as a greeting, I always say vegetarian morning. So people, automatically you create some waves into their mind. The need is always told as a mother of all the inventions. My son was interested in becoming a chef. I'm a chartered accountant by profession, you have heard. My son wanted to be a chef. I said, okay, fine, no issue. We are Jains, we are vegetarian. Said, okay, you find any institute where you'll have to learn veg only, because my family background and everything was not allowing me to allow him to learn non-veg. So he started I'm from Pune, city of Pune, Maharashtra. So we started searching an institute in Pune. Nowhere we found any institute which was teaching vegetarian only. Then we searched in Maharashtra, nowhere. India, nowhere. All over the world. I said, okay, I don't mind sending you anywhere. So we tried to search that, and then we found nowhere in the world there is the ability of a degree course which teaches you vegetarian only, and you are not required to force to learn non-veg. This was the thing, this was the beginning, and this was the thing. Then I thought somebody should have fought for this. India is a country of vegetarians, mainly vegetarians, I say. So I said somebody should have fought on these. There should have been option all along, and then a thought came to my mind. No, if nobody had done then, and if I feel somebody should have done then it's my duty, I should do it. And then I started doing that work on degree for vegetarians in hotel management courses. Thank you, Madam C.K. Ashok sir, for being me here as an activist. I'm an activist. I'm not known because my field is different. I heard 2 days. It's a very wonderful for me because I learned a lot. And really, I got so many issues with my health now with this naturopathy and all those people. I heard a lot. I will definitely take help of all those. That's why I'm collecting cards of them so that I can take help of all of them for me and for all those who are with me. So thank you all. You know, all of you know, I will not waste most time on the various individuals, communities, panth, religions prefer vegetarian eating. Even where we are standing in this Brahma Kumari, they are totally following vegetarian. There's so many panths. I will find most of the Indian panths are all following vegetarian diet. I say most of the Indians are vegetarian and very few are non-vegetarians and others are occasional non-vegetarian. I always say, people say, okay, are 50%, because you will find all these non-vegetarians are always propagating. You'll find those news continuous in media saying, oh, 70%, 60% people of India are non-vegetarian. I challenge them. I say, okay, what is your food? Main food. I go by main food. So 50% people are vegetarian. You agree with that? Okay. I can say 5% people can be amongst some of the area where they are pure non-vegetarian. Their main food is non-veg. And most of the others I have found, they are eating in hotels, sometimes at home. So once in a week or something, they are eating non-veg food. So we can, if we take the statistics, so out of 21 times, we eat food in 21 times in a week, morning breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So out of the 1 or 2 occasions, those people are eating non-veg. Rest of the time, they are eating their food, which is vegetarian only. So we can take 2 upon 21. So after that, we can, if they ask them what is normal, so the hardcore non-vegetarian are eating non-veg food, that is different story. But there are very few, I say. There are certain regions where non-veg food is there. So generally, the food, what the dish, the plate, there is 1/3 what maximum we can say is non-veg. So if you take that logic, then 1 upon 3 into 2 upon 21, so it becomes 2 upon 63. So 61 portion are vegetarian. So what is their main food? Main food is veg only. So we can call them as occasional non-vegetarian. They should not call themselves as non-vegetarian. This is one of the points to convince those people, because I have seen people, I have eaten once, so I am non-vegetarian. I said, no, after that you have eaten veg food, so you are a vegetarian. Bring out that concept from their mindset, because that is something that they are carrying, I am a non-vegetarian. I said, no, you are a vegetarian. What is your main food? So bring them back. If they are going towards that, bring them back. That is my say. I should not say anything on that because I already heard a lot. It is assumed that vegetarian food is healthy and easy to digest. And I am not the authority on that. It is said Ayurveda and yoga is based on vegetarianism, is same. India is basically a vegetarian country. So many, even now, my prime minister is a vegetarian. You must have seen the G20. He has served all varieties, all Indian varieties of vegetarian food to all the foreigners, guests, and everybody. So he's promoting vegetarian. It's a good thing for all of us. He's vegetarian, automatically vegetarian will get converted into vegan. So so many people are coming to our pilgrimage and all that. They're eating vegetarian food. They love vegetarian food. They are becoming vegan. You will find they are becoming vegetarian. All foreigners who are coming to India, they are becoming that. Indians, we are already there. So it's a tourism industry which is also going for that. Now my topic. Basically, what has happened, because of this option, there was no option available in the country. So because of what was happening, all the hardcore vegetarians and those children, they were not going into this world of hospitality. So because of that, the children were not able to. So there I always say, only in the hotel industry, in hotel colleges, there are 40 subjects. Out of that, 1 is non-veg. 1 is food, and out of that, half is non-veg, we can say. So out of 40, half is only non-veg. And because of that half, our children were now vegetarian community children and all, they are not able to enter this wonderful world of hospitality. So that was the issue, and nobody thought on that. When we get the degree, automatically the boys, they know what veg is. And so automatically the quality of the quality of food prepared by them, definitely it will be definitely good quality of food, vegetarian, definitely, because so many hotels, they don't know what is veg and what is non-veg. I have been to some of the hotels, they are serving veg and non-veg side by side, because they don't understand what are the values and all that. So you have to make, everywhere I am going, I am making a show, no, it should be kept separately. I appeal to all of you, so wherever you go, just make it sure. We can't change it, but at least ask them to keep non-veg aside. So what I have presented and served is definitely of good quality. all we vegetarian lovers, vegan lovers now will definitely prefer, okay, if somebody is a vegetarian degree holder, definitely I'm sure that whatever I'm getting is good quality veg food, so I can take, so I should not worry about that. In fact, in one of the recent news, I have seen, some of you must have seen the video also of Sudha Murthy ji. She said, I don't go outside. If I go outside, I carry my veg food along with me because I don't have that guarantee, okay, I will definitely get veg food and all. So if you tell them, okay, now this boy is a veg trained and all those things, definitely she would love to. And that is my ambition. All pilgrimage will find everywhere you will get veg food only. So what I am saying, we need more and more veg chef than the non-veg chef. Because this concept, veg chef and all, is a foreign concept. Our Indian concept was not that. Our Indian hotels are small hotels. You get enough veg food, but go to higher level, where you are going conferences, hotels, everywhere, you will find that option is not available. And because that non-veg is served, because it's a foreign concept, I always say that. Because they are limited people, so they are getting, and those people are serving in this industry. If the vegetarian students come, the talent will come into this industry. The talent will serve the good food. The talent will, there will be competition among them. So automatically the overall standard of the industry will go up. And then seriousness about the vegetarian food and all, that's what they are serving is not that good. They don't know the concept. Very few people I have seen, they know what it is. So this hospitality industry, they will get good quality people. We get good quality food. So automatically that manpower, so job, always say, people say there are no jobs. I say, yes, this is skill development. The skill development will create job. Automatically the hotel industry will get good people and we get good food. Automatically with the knowledge, we always say with the knowledge, automatically the cleanliness and everything will be improved. And whatever we serve to us, because you see, how most of the restaurants you will find, they are not qualified people. They're just promoting it. They are working under somebody and then just working on that. So they don't know the values of cleanliness and healthiness and all that. What are ingredients? They're just preparing by experience, whatever they are doing. But if they're told, okay, this is, because the education tells them what goes with what and what does not go with the what. So automatically that will give them that knowledge, and that knowledge will give us the good quality variety of food. So most of the, okay, after COVID, now more and more people are turning into vegetarian and vegan and all those things. So it's a healthy planet, and we indirectly we are trying all a healthy planet. You go to any place, basically what comfort level the customer wants. Now, I know so many people, so many community people, they don't go to hotels. Wherever the mixed food is served, veg and non-veg, they said, no, we don't have any guarantee about this. So that comfort level is not there. So if these boys, when they learn and they come to this industry, definitely that comfort level for customers and all train. Now that Vande Bharat train, it is giving fantastic services. Okay, they are charging you more, but they are giving the comfort what people deserve. So likewise, this is not necessary we should go travel in a small normal trains. We can have better trains. Like that, we as a food lover, as a eater, we can go to 5-star, we can have guaranteed authentic whatever facilities are there. So we deserve that, and we deserve the world-class facilities. It's not that we don't deserve. So with this, whatever, this vegetarian and all these things, the world will come to country. Our Prime Minister is working on, he says, increase the tourism. You must have heard, he's saying always, okay, whenever he visits foreign, he said, when you are coming to visiting India, bring your 4 foreigner friends to India. So he's bringing that. So we should give that taste, the really vegetarian water taste to all these foreigners and tourists. We are traveling all throughout the India. And India has got a lot of, every state-wise, every city-wise has quality food and tasty food. So that can be given by these vegetarian students once they come to this field. Then you'll find these metros, all these metros, there are people who are searching, they're coming for jobs and also from small cities or from big cities and all those things. So they want food and all, everything. So all those vegetarians, they are finding it difficult to get authentic food and all. So they will get that food. The ladies who are working over there, they can start their small, so if they're authentic, all learn IHM and all, so they can provide this food. So authentic food can be served to all. And the cost automatically, I will say, when there are more and more students, more and more people are there, the quality and they can provide this with lower cost. IHM has done that. What we told the government of India, okay, all these IHM, because initially they were very reluctant, they refused to give this option on learning vegetarian. I said, why? What is the problem? Then we discussed and told them, okay, we are not asking you to change the whole infrastructure. What we are asking you to remove only non-vegetarian portion out of that. Give separate, that sort. So option of giving option, you are reducing the cost of because non-veg is always costly and all that. So that will reduce the cost. That will give us that option with just without changes, only just provide some certain table for preparing veg food or certain time zone. On those time zones they will be taught. So automatically that can be arranged, and these boys can be, so without changing the infrastructure, they can provide this facility. And these are listened to, and they agreed to, yes, we'll start that. And this was started immediately. When we proposed continuous days, and in 2016 they accepted, they started in 2016, 3 IHM first, and then the number increased to almost 90 now. So without, you can tell all the institutions where you have got contact, okay, you can change, we can give the option, they will get student and we'll get that option. We can learn what we want to learn. So ultimately, these boys they can come into hospital industry. There are 40 subjects. So they can go into any field. They can specialize in anything, not only in food preparation. They can go into room management, fund office management, law, and so many things they can learn. So they can go into any field which is denied to them right now. And even I'll tell you, hospitals and all, they need people. They need, okay, nutrition. So whatever they understand the language, the hospitality. So they're automatically, these boys, they can get jobs into that field also. This is world #1 business. Nobody, we are really kept away from this industry. This is a world #1 business. We know there are more channels, new channels. You always feel that new channels are more than anywhere in the world than the food channels. It's wrong. Food channels are much more than all these news channels. If you find the strategy, you will find that more food channels are there. So secondly, I know so many, I am from Jain community. If the vegetarian fund and so many all business communities, they are vegetarians. And if the vegetarian option is available, vegetarian industry, this industry can get more funding. I was asked this question, you will not get funds. I said, don't worry, we have enough funds. Just allow this. Just by giving a small option, we can do wonders. And that is what is happening. More and more funds can be collected. I have seen that because now for last 12 years, I'm working on this industry, they are not getting enough students. Even big name, they are not getting enough students. If this option is created and this option is given, so ultimately they will get more students. So the industry can run the better institutions. So from institutions' point of view, it is better to give them an option. So they will get business and we get that opportunity. Our students get that opportunity. Of course, with this, agriculture they will produce more varieties of food, more research will be there, and then more and more people, they will get good pricing. So that is always the issue everywhere in India. These people are not getting good values and price. So with this, they will get more price because more and more people will become vegan and vegetarian. So automatically they will get good price. So that is also commercial. Let's feel these boys, because they are whatever they are taught what is the ingredient in the food and all those. So these boys can be helpful to the medical industry also. They can do more research, B12 and whatever research, because what we eat now, the tablets and everything, or capsule, all are made of, most of them are made out of non-vegetarian items. So this research, more and more research and can be done, and we can get everything in veg model. So now, around the world, you can enjoy the different variety. With these boys, they will go all over the world. So from all angles, you will see education angle, religious angle, business angle, everything. So these boys can go anywhere in the world, and more now, world is also becoming vegan and veg. So these boys, because India is the only country where this option is available. When I wrote to them, do you want other countries to start this course? Then they listened to me. I said, why? You can be a first mover. And they accepted that, and India has got that. Now Indians, even the Indian institutions can get, all education institutions can get students from foreign who want to learn vegetarian and vegan. So we can spread that message. They can go all over the world, and India can be benefited in all ways. You know, more and more people are running vegetarian, and most important in my Prime Minister, who is vegetarian lover, he eats normal general, on daily routine, he eats a simple veg food. He carries that, so there's no issue. So take the advantage of that and bring more, right to whatever you want. Okay, we want this, not losing anything, but we'll get the benefit of it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational and inspiring speech. And I would like to welcome Mr. Saurabh Dalat onto the stage to honor guest. Last but not the least, our speaker of this day, Dr. Harsha Atmakuri, is a general physician turned documentarian. He came to know about veganism when he was working as a medical writer, and as soon as he chose to be a vegan, he began participating in various animal rights awareness campaigns, such as public outreaches, lectures, etc. As time went on, he decided to quit his job to become a full-time animal rights activist and undertook an investigative journey to make a film about India's dairy industry, to find out how India's dairy and beef industries operate and if there is a link between India being the largest producer of dairy in the world and it's also being one of the world's large exporters of beef. Maa Ka Doodh, mother's milk, or Thain Dal, is his first documentary film project. We welcome you, sir.
Next page. And the next page, you cannot do it. Okay. Can you just do it? Okay, this is the finger. That's good. 11. Yeah. Hi, good morning, everyone. And I'm Dr. Harsha Atmakuri from Mumbai. I'm basically from Andhra Pradesh, but I live in Mumbai, and I'm full-time into animal rights movement, though I studied medicine to treat human ailments. So as you can see the poster of the film that we have made, it's called Maa Ka Doodh, which literally means mother's milk. So we have traveled about 20,000 kilometers across India, length and breadth, and we have covered how the dairy industry practices and how the dairy industry extracts milk and how it affects human health and our environment. So it took us 3 years to make this film, and today I kept the presentation very simple, mostly images, nothing much, and I will be focused mostly on health. So, as I said, I am a doctor, and I turned to an animal rights activist back in 2016, end of 2016. So, as soon as I began doing outreaches to campaign for animals, I met one person. So, okay. So I met one person, his name is Anil Nagpal. He's also a South Indian. And he said he has reversed diabetes, which he was suffering for last 10 years, but he has reversed diabetes by simply eating 100% whole food plant-based diet. So I was surprised because when I was studying medicine, we were told that diabetes cannot be reversed. And I thought like this person is lying just to sell veganism to the public. So I confronted him immediately and I said, why are you making these nonsensical claims? So I asked him, and then he said that he has actually reversed diabetes. So just for the evidence purpose, I asked him to show me all the blood reports and all the historical records. And only when I reviewed all those documents, I realized that, oh, this person has actually reversed diabetes and he's completely medicine free. And so this is how he used to look when I met him in the beginning. And this is how he was when he was having diabetes. And he was taking medicine for 10 years, more than 10 years. And a doctor told him that to stop consuming dairy and switch to whole food plant-based diet. And within, I think 3 months or 6 months, he has completely reversed diabetes, and he's also medication free. And he even does yoga now. And as soon as we met and we interacted, he learned about animal rights and he started doing animal rights activism, and he started speaking for animals. He gives lectures about health and animal rights to people in Mumbai. So one question that struck me during this conversation is, why did medical education fail to teach me the power of food? Because if when you are studying medicine, when I was studying medicine, if someone has diabetes, it means it is a permanent disease, like you cannot reverse it. And so this person has completely reversed it. So why did the medical system has failed to teach us that food can be a key player in reversing diabetes? Here I wanted to show one thing about the medical education, especially the allopathic education. One of the founding pillars of allopathic medicine is animal testing. But there is a logical and moral inconsistency here. So if you ask a medical community, why do you test on animals? The medical community say that because they are not like humans. And if you say, sorry, let me rephrase it. If you ask a medical community, why do you test on animals? They say they are not like humans. So then if they are not humans, why do you test on them? They said it is they are like humans. So there is a logical and moral inconsistency in the foundations of the medical community. So it's not that I am completely denying the Western medicine. Of course, it plays a very important role in many things. For example, if you have an accident, you need to have a surgery and you need morphine as a painkiller and so on and so forth. You need certain vaccines like cholera vaccine to eradicate cholera and so on and so forth. Similar thing in yoga also. You can see in the Patanjali's eightfold path of yoga, the first step that one should follow is ahimsa. So body stretching and pranayama comes later. So if you can see, the first step is to practice ahimsa. Unless you do not practice ahimsa, you cannot advance in yoga. So And as we discuss about medical community, the more we understand is that today's medical system is focused on individual treatment rather than community treatment. You know, when we were studying, the definition of health is simply defined as complete physical, social, and mental well-being. So if you are physically, socially, and mentally well, you are considered as healthy. Social and mental aspect. So which is why it has become an individual versus the community. So as we understand, as we look more into the medical system, we need to understand how the food industry, the pharma industry, and healthcare work together. You know, uh, today's most people eat junk food, and they get disease from the junk food, especially the lifestyle diseases, and they go to the healthcare, and the healthcare gives you the medicines, and people consume the medicine but do not change the food dietary choices. And pharma industry also indirectly benefits from the food industry. For example, nearly or more than 75% of the antibiotics that are used in the world are used by animal agriculture, because when animals are raised in a closed concentration camps, they are prone to get diseases. This is how many zoonotic diseases like flu come into place. So the second thing about health, you see, money does not come from healthy people. So if I am running an hospital, you should understand this. So how do I make money? So money does not come from healthy people. Money does not come from dead people. Money comes only from people who are always sick with lifestyle diseases. So you understand, like, the system operates in such a way that you are continuously sick, so that you continuously buy medicine, you continuously visit hospitals, you continuously pay money. And the healthcare cost on India and the global system is huge. And we can simply eliminate by switching to a whole food plant-based diet. And how do you fall into this trap? You know, through advertisement, through commercial products. You know, when you open Instagram, you see a lot of food products. You see about, like, for example, KFC or McDonald's or any other, like some kind of butter or cheese, you know. You don't see advertisements for potatoes on TV. You don't see advertisements for tomatoes on TV, but you see about animal products. Because animal products are, you know, it's by nature, we don't crave for animal products, but they make us crave by creating these deficiencies. And similar, if we go into that advertising kind of thing, that one thing we found out is the A1 and A2 milk that is happening in India. For example, if you look at many advertisements that we see on social media or some religious institutions also, they say that we sell A2 milk, we sell A2 ghee. But unfortunately, this is also, if anyone investigates, they will find out that this is also a form of marketing gimmick. Unfortunately, the sellers are also not aware about these things. So the A2 milk came into existence because a New Zealand scientist, his name is Coren, and in the 90s, he found out that the milk that is produced by New Zealand cows produce a different kind of casein protein called casein protein. The structure of the molecule is slightly different from the rest of the cows. So he named those cows, the milk that comes from New Zealand cows, as A2 milk. So as soon as he discovered it, he started a company called the A2 Milk Company. So to increase the sales, he started claiming that the A2 milk is superior to A1 milk. And coincidentally, the milk that is produced by Indian cows happen to have the similar kind of molecular structure. So people started catching it up and make it into a business. And so once people started shifting towards the A2 milk, the commercial dairy has got into trouble because their sales are dropping down. So soon, what did the Indian dairy industry did? They started claiming that even our buffaloes also give A2 milk, so there is no such thing as A1 and A2. So these kind of things play in role, and the root of all these things begins at money. You know, as a consumer, as long as you buy products they create such a demand. So, and another thing is the medical community, when we were studying medicine, one of the things that and one of the first precepts that we follow in the preventive medicine is that prevention is better than cure. It's better to eat healthy and stop getting diabetes in the first place than getting diabetes and switching to a plant-based diet and curing yourself. So during our investigation of traveling to a lot of dairy farms, this is just a random picture from a random dairy farm. You can visit to any dairy farm near your home and just observe how the dairy is collected. Can you see what are things that are happening here? You see the collector is sitting next to the buffalo, and there are milk cans. And do you see what is on the ground? There is a lot of dung. The ground is very unhygienic, and the animals are kept in a very close spaces. So what happens? So that milk is collected and it is sold to you. So we are consuming the dairy that is already diseased at the beginning. And this is a slide from 2009 American Dietary Association, which has claimed that, you can be healthy, any vegetarian or vegan, even during pregnancy, can live healthy lifestyle by following a proper balanced vegan diet. So to conclude, now we are coming to the social factors. When we discriminate animals based on the species, for example, many communities in India discriminate buffaloes over cows. If you visit any gaushalas, some gaushalas, they don't even take rescued buffaloes because the buffaloes, they are considered as lazy and they pollute the environment and what nonsense. So when you start discriminating animals based on their species and gender, speaking of gender, women are the most abused animals in dairy industry because they are extracted for milk, and the children are taken away from these mothers. So this expands into deforestation. So when you do deforestation, you have a population displacement, and I'm talking about human population as well, and you have a lot of atrocities that are happening. And one thing both are interconnected. So when you start discriminating animals, you start discriminating the environment. When both animals and environment are discriminated, you start discriminating humans. So that is how human rights issues are also a key factor in veganism, because a lot of people, the average life expectancy of a slaughterhouse worker or a animal agriculture industry worker is significantly lower compared to an average life expectancy, like for example, let's say a teacher or a professor or a doctor. So this is a human rights issue as well. So all in all, I just want to conclude that what we have learned today and yesterday, we need to rethink a lot of ideas. We need to unlearn what we were taught since childhood. For example, we were taught since childhood that cows and buffaloes give us milk. But we need to understand that they don't give us milk, we take milk from them. So we need to unlearn and relearn a lot of new things, and introspection is the key, which I think you should all take into consideration at the end of this seminar. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. And actually, before going to whether vegetarian or veganism, you have to first follow Yama and Niyama. He has well explained. Thank you, sir, doctor. And I would like to welcome Mr. Saurabh Dalal onto the stage to honor guest. Our next program will be a culinary event, and it will be presented by Dr. Aris Latham, Sunfired food scientist, linguist, and educator.
It gives immense pleasure to welcome Malati ma'am. Her birthday is there. Sir, Ashok sir and Malati madam is a very divine persons and my mentors. Without them, I didn't come. See, suppose when your mentor wishes you, sir wished me when he conducted the conference, you have to conduct. At that time, I was not ready. I said, I am assisting you. I am not going to do this type of conference and all. I cannot do like that. But he said, you will do like that. And he recommended me to Marley madam. And I request Marley ma'am, Sai Prasanna Akka, everybody to come on the stage. Silesh Rao sir, please come. Please come. Sister, please come, sister. And I request Deepa Krishnan ma'am to chant.
Happy birthday, sir. A very happy birthday to you. A special song in Sanskrit by Chinmaya Mission. Everybody might be familiar about this. Here goes the song. Janmadinamidam ai priya sakhe. Janmadinamidam ai priya sakhe. Shantanotu te सर्वदा मुदं शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदं प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी ईश्वर सदा त्वां च रक्षतु ईश्वर सदा त्वां च रक्षतु पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्जय पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्जय जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकं जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकं जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् Happy birthday, sir. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Yes. And there's also another special occasion coming up on November 5th.